The villa was exhausted, and honestly, it was not hard to see why. By this point, Huda and Jeremiah had turned their relationship into something everybody else in the villa could feel. It was not just about the two of them anymore. Their tension had spread everywhere. People were sitting around watching them, talking about them, and trying to make sense of what was even left between them. Nick even called Huda a hurricane, which tells you everything you need to know about how chaotic things had gotten. Then Jeremiah tried to explain himself. He said the reason things went downhill was that they got intimate too fast, that they skipped the best friends part and went straight into something more serious than the relationship could handle. And in his mind, maybe the only way forward was to start over, to go back to friendship, to slow everything down and see if anything was left. But Huda was not hearing it that way, because from her side, this was not just a simple reset. She had already been hurt, deeply hurt. She had been crying herself to sleep while he was sleeping in bed with another woman. So when Jeremiah started talking about being friends again, it felt almost impossible for her to take seriously. You could hear the frustration in her voice. She kept asking how he could expect her to just switch emotions like that. How could he tell her one thing, then act another way, and still expect her to sit there and move on calmly? That was the core of the problem. Jeremiah thought he was being mature. He thought he was being logical. But Huda felt like he was asking her to ignore everything she had already been through, and she was not willing to do that. At that point, the relationship was no longer just messy. It was cooked, and both of them knew it. The only difference was that Jeremiah seemed ready to admit it, while Huda was still trying to make sense of how they got there in the first place.